Dobra. Co to za dźwięki? Dobra. Bro, what the fish? Dobra. O Jezu, to będzie trudne. To będzie to kupa, ta kupa będzie. I trochę pamiętam, ale nie za bardzo. Uff. Dobra, zobaczmy. A Isla 3. Bro, what? Dobra. Nie. Już chyba wiem. Seven Eleven. Baba is water. Hallelujah. 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 O nie. O. O matko. Baba and water is so bad. No way. Mamma mia. Na zdrowie. Jak ja mam to zrobić? Ja już to próbowałem. Co to mi da? To dosłownie nic mi nie daje. To coś mi daje.
Nie. No właśnie.
Przepraszam bardzo, no kurde. You brought the whirlwind out of the ghost space. Nie wiem, czy to mi pomogło. To totalnie nic mi nie daje, nie? Key is flag and win. No właśnie. Nie wiem, flag is key and win. Tak! Nie? Ten what? To mi totalnie nic nie daje. Co to jest, matko wyskuja? Flagi ski and win. Ale to nic nie daje, no. No ty mały szapranie. A to dobrze, że jesteś. O Jezu. Sentence one, remember that the operator AND allows you to change multiple properties to a single noun. Instead of trying to make a rule like Bavais, you look at how you can thread text to that single open hole to attach directly to win. Can you build a horizontal sentence? What? sam nie zrobił, okej? Ja bym tego nigdy nie zrobił sam. Mam nadzieję, że to będzie łatwe. Co do jasnej ciasnej is ice. Co to jest? Flag is flag. Bog is defeat. What the fishy, no? No właśnie nie chwali wyjść. What? A mamy dwa and, ok? Rock and ice and wind. A tu nie ma is. A, nie potrzebujemy jednego is, to mamy jedno is. Flag is rock. Nie będzie działać. And ice. Flag is rock and ice and wind. Możemy tak spróbować. Ale wątpię, żeby to tak zadziałało. Flag and rock is ice. Ty, a jak teraz skok się dostanie? What? A, A, O, E, O. A, A, O, E, O. A, A, O, E, O. Dupa. Totalnie nie wiem co tu zrobić. Akatolito, akatolito, akatopito. Toledo, Dupa. 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 Pupa. Dupa. Pupa. Dupa. Puta. Puta. Nie wiem, nie chce mi się grać w to kupsko. Nie będę grać w te ekstra mapki. Zobaczę szósta. Water is sink. Aka to tito. Aka to tito. Tata to tito. Tata to tito. Ti 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 ti. Ojejciu. Water is water. So... You is Wateras Materas. Ale moonwalk. Billie Jean is not my. Billie Jean is not my lover. Billie Jean is not my lover. Billie Jean. Billie Jean is not my lover. Oj. Spokojnie. Spokojnie sobie. No way! Spokojnie sobie. No way! No way! No way! No way! No way!
Chodź. Chodź.
Nie, nigdzie nie idziesz. I'm on vacation. Nigdzie nie idziesz. Oj. Am I still alive, bro? If am I still alive, bro? Am I still alive, bro? Am I still alive, bro? Yeah. Am I still alive? Blinking. Dobra, żyję. Ojejciu.
Massive blackouts discovered, signal found by Dr. Ritsenko. Dude, this is right up my alley. I love shit like this. Jesus, we got one more.
Dobra, reaction. Action, reaction.
Hello, I'm Bob!
No, it's not that serious. It's literally like 10 minutes away.
Put it in the deck.
That's not
In your house? 3, 6.
What's up in the face?
C'est génial!
It's literally like 10 minutes away.
Bloody! You fucking nailed the aesthetic on this.
Bro.
Oh my god, bro! Oh, shit. Oh, my stomach hurt, bro! Oh my god!
Locate signal source. Find out what happened to previous expedition for tomorrow. This is like Iron
Dupa.
Man meets Expedition 33. Find out what happened to previous expedition for tomorrow. Something went wrong with Vent. Tell Bowden. Because now my brain is immediately.
They had that.
33. It's like, who is the paintress and why is she doing
Whoa. What?
Now, your mileage varies depending on how that outcome actually plays out. I'm not going to spoil what happens next week. But that's the premise alone. I'm like, that's like a novel. That's like a and this one is as well.
Ej, co to jest?
People are saying this is the best geometry dash video.
Dobra.
Something to keep it going. Victor, White Rabbit sickness is hard on us all. It seems to get
Credits to Vortrox.
signals seem intent on
Proszę bardzo.
parts of the past we prefer to forget. Victor was doing his best to forget.
Dobra, predaj. Jara, 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 blisko stopić. Prede, mamy. Czyli czy to na pewno jest Vortrox? To jest Vortrox tu. Ha, 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 ha. O, dobra.
Joseph lives on his own little world.
Bro, what the fishy?
Of the year. It's called How Hard is Geometry Dash by somebody named Lightprint64, who I haven't heard of. So, and this video was literally #1 on the YouTube hype charts, which is pretty crazy. So it must be a good video. I don't know. Let's watch it.
Geometry Dash is a
Yo, good intro already. Wow.
simple game. At its core, you are a cube. Click and you jump. The
Yep.
objective is to get to the end of the level.
Yep.
But there's a catch. If you touch a single triangle or hit the floor wrong, you have to start over. You have to go from nothing, make sure you dodge all the spikes and click everything perfectly, manage your nerves as you near the end, and finish the level. And when you finally do, you get a feeling of such incredible happiness that is so unique to this game.
Very true. The satisfaction you get from beating it like a really hard Geometry Dash level is unlike anything I've ever felt in gaming. That is so true.
But how do we get to that point? There's many different skills that you need to have besides just timing in order to beat certain levels in the game that might not be very obvious to the unfamiliar eye. So just how hard is it, and how hard does it get?
Get past that. Yo! Yo, this is such good editing.
RobTop, the sole developer of this game, created these faces to represent difficulty.
Yo, RobTop is underrated as an artist for coming up with these faces. These faces are so well managed.
These difficulties range from easy to insane. Easy levels typically only have 1 or 2 game modes in the entire level and act as a starting point for new players. You might see the
Team Fortress 2 sound effects, Lightburn64, I already love your channel. Wow.
cube game mode, where, of course, you click to jump, or maybe the ball game mode, where you click to switch gravity. Insane levels, all the way over here on the other side of the spectrum, may have a larger mix of harder game modes, such as the wave or the ship game mode, as well as other elements such as orbs and portals that all change the fundamental gameplay in some way. Now, you'd think you'd be able to point to the one on the end here and say,
Look, this is the hardest difficulty in the game.
Demons!
this is what the scale looked like when the game first released. But as the community grew better at the game, RobTop had to create a new difficulty icon. And just like that, the demon difficulty...
Look, there's the hardest difficulty, right there.
Oh my god, okay? Chill. We're not there yet. We'll get there. We're not there yet, okay? Stop talking.
Okay, back then though, there was only this demon. It wasn't until later on where easy, medium, insane, and extreme got added. Everything, regardless of how hard or easy it was just this demon difficulty. There was the demon difficulty. And then extreme demons and easy demons came along, as I'm sure you'll get into. Back then, even like Bloodbath was this difficulty, and the Nightmare, which like obviously are not even close in difficulty.
This is not the hardest difficulty. In a following update, RobTop had to add even more difficulty faces. He added the demon difficulty subcategories, ranging from easy to extreme demon.
Right there. Oh my god, this video is pointless. That there is the hardest difficulty. Oh my god.
Now, in terms of the average player, you might be able to beat an easy or maybe a medium demon in a couple of hours. The hardest levels in the base game, the demon ones, are these 3, and are often some of the very first demons that players ever beat. Now, it's worth noting that even though they do have the icon of a hard demon, in reality these are considered easy demons. Jinxie, a very popular streamer who has never touched the game before, was able to beat his first easy demon in a little over 120 hours of playtime, which he then proceeded to violate his tens of thousands of viewers live on Twitch and YouTube. This is usually where an average player would lay in terms of maximum skill. Demons in general are known for their abnormal difficulty, requiring you to memorize where to go and when to click some very tight timings. You're also forced to adapt to gravity changes, understand the physics of the hardest game modes, and commit all of these elements to muscle memory. Eventually, through enough playtime, you'll be able to adapt to these gameplay factors that you once knew nothing about. Each step in this staircase of difficulties is small, but it's enough to make the player feel good about themselves after taking
Yo,
it.
whoever's playing right now got like the worst icons. Go back, bro. What is this shit? Is that a Yatagarasu? Look at this guy's cube, bro. That's the cube he picked out of every single cube in the game. This is the cube he picks. Oh no! Wait, this is the author of the video. Wait, this is Lightburn64. I'm sorry, but that's just atrocious, bro.
About themselves after taking one. Maybe you learned how to play a certain game mode. Maybe you found the best way to learn levels fast. Or maybe you learned where to look on your screen for the most precise and accurate clicks. Every single step here teaches you something, and that's what makes this game feel so good and so addicting to play. Thinking to yourself like, yeah, I understand it now. Watch me beat it this time. The things you learn get harder and harder, but the accomplishments feel better and better. But the one thing I want to focus on today is here. At the very top of the steps lays the Extreme Demon. This difficulty here, it can't be put into words how hard beating an Extreme Demon is. There are so many little factors, so many different little things that you need to know to even begin to play the easiest levels at this difficulty. Things that you might not realize you needed to know, which we're going to go over in a minute. And yes, while Extreme Demon is the hardest difficulty of level that is currently in the game, there are many different levels with this title, and they're not all equally hard. They really are not all equally hard.
Yeah.
To put into perspective this difference, the difficulty gap between Stereo Madness and AQ, which is one of the easiest Extreme Demons in the game, that gap there is smaller than the gap between AQ and the hardest Extreme Demon in the game.
Dude, that's a crazy statistic right there. It's easier to go from Stereo Madness to AQ than it is to go from AQ to what I assume this is Thinking Space 2. That's like such a crazy stat, bro.
Realistically, RobTop needs to continue adding more unique difficulties beyond Extreme Demon, but that's hard to sustain due to the human limit always being pushed. The community has tried to make their own difficulty icons before, but
What the fuck?
You can make it straight both, bro.
What? There's just like 20 of the same one that just have like a slightly darker shade of red.
I don't know what we're thinking about these. What is that, bro?
Auto Demon? What the fuck does that even mean? yeah, that one. Click on that one.
Bro, this is the greatest picture right here. I love this one.
That was fire.
This isn't even Geometry, actually.
So in order to truly rank every single Extreme Demon in order of difficulty, the community came together to create this, a comprehensive list ranking every Extreme Demon in order of how hard they are. And the very easiest Extreme Demon, which we're going to start off with today, is this.
Red World! I beat this one.
I'm gonna turn myself from an audio visualizer. If you saw my last video, you recognize this. But I'm gonna turn myself from this into a Geometry Dash icon, because that's what everyone seems to be doing nowadays.
Okay, you can come on up.
No.
Ew! Hey!
It's better. Now, without touching into every difficult level in the game, because that would take forever, let's start with the very bottom of RDL to sort of establish a basic knowledge of extremes with a level called Red World. Now, if we look at the factors that make this level an extreme, it's long, has choke points, and introduces a never-before-seen custom game mode. Whoa, that looks difficult. It appears to be using the ball game mode to switch gravity in a smooth motion, as if it's swinging. This level starts off extremely easily.
Subtle foreshadowing to update 2.2.
Well, easy for an extreme demon. Some relatively simple ship and ball gameplay. This gameplay alone would be about 6, 7, maybe even an 8-star difficulty. You move on to some triple spikes. Still not that difficult.
I would say 8-star.
These triple spikes are seen in even some of the easiest levels in the game. Then you move past into what seems to be the most insufferable choke point of the entire level, and then end off with another choke point. And then another. While this is the easiest extreme demon, these choke points of
Yeah, that's the thing about Red World. The beginning of this level is easy, but the second half is where like there's so many bad parts. But specifically, he's probably about to talk about it. The last 5% of this level is so bad. It's a miracle I didn't die to it when I was beating it. But the last 5% of this level is harder than like the first 50% combined, bro. It's so bad.
This garbage make it extremely unfun to play. Usually, in a normal level, these things would go through playtesting.
Hey, that's my level. That's Time Extreme.
Level creator can balance out all the difficulty spikes to make the level more enjoyable. However, this level was so hard that it was uploaded to the servers with a hacked verification as an impossible level. Okay, I'm ranting. That's the history lesson behind Red World. This level has some pretty difficult timings, but it's not intense. It's mainly carried by its hard clicks, none of which are frame perfect clicks, but we'll get into that soon, as well as its tight ship gameplay and swing copter choke points. That's all this level really has going for it. Red World, while still being very, very difficult, has absolutely nothing on what we're going to talk about here in a minute, and barely even scratches the surface of the difficulty of Geometry Dash levels. Speaking of which, what's next on our list? Let's do an activity. You're going to help me make a really mediocre transition into what we're going to talk about next. Think back to a happy moment of your life.
Okay.
A fun hangout with your friends. Maybe a first kiss. Maybe installing Geometry Dash for the first time. Maybe uninstalling Geometry Dash for the first time. What you just accessed in your mind is called a memory.
Oh.
Geometry Dash has found a way to
That was a clean transition, bro. I gotta give it to him.
take these things and put them into levels. Memory demons are a genre of level that you cannot sight read. They require you to memorize when to click, usually through trial and error. Looking back at Red World, we could see when to jump. It's more or less readable, like these triple spikes here that you need to jump over or this god-awful swing copter. You have a visual path here to go along, and the limits of this path are more or less obvious. Memory levels are where those concepts go to die. Depending on how memory-based a memory level is, you are forced to build muscle memory on where to click based on very loud
heck
visual
no.
or auditory cues, if any. Take a look at this segment here. This is a level called Unleash Whale Whales. Tell me which block you should go onto next. This is a very important decision. If you get this wrong, you have
I don't think he could jump on the upper one. He'll just jump over, so probably the bottom one.
to restart. These stakes are very high. Oh, you don't know? Well, this is just one jump. If you want to attempt beating this, you have to memorize the right paths for hundreds of these jumps.
Dude, I can't think of a level I want to beat less. It's a full cube maze.
But all under 2 minutes. This is the entire level. And you want to know the best part? This doesn't even break the top 1,000 hardest levels in the game. These memory levels come in many different shapes and forms. For example, this is Super Probability level, where you have to memorize
The Peggle sound effect? This guy has elite ball knowledge.
where the real borders are, because all the ones you see here are fake.
Wciąż płacisz pełną cenę za gry i wirtualną walutę, a potem
Get out!
mniej niż...
Here's another one. You may think to yourself, oh, this man is simply floating. No, he's hitting jump orbs, dodging spikes, and constantly switching game modes in a completely invisible level. For 5 minutes. And you wanna know something crazy? This doesn't even break the top 750.
Oh my
It's okay though.
god.
It's mainly clicking to the beat of this nice song and enjoying these cute birds flying around. You know, how hard could an invisible level possibly get?
Dude, I would hate to beat an invisible level. Like, one day I want to be invisible deadlock, but like outside of that, that's the cap of my difficulty when it comes to invisible levels. I'm just not about memory gameplay like that. I like skill-based levels, okay? I don't like memory learny stuff. That's just not my vibe, bro. And if you like it, that's okay, good for you. I do not want to sit there and spend hours learning how to do like, oh, do I jump up, 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 down, down, up, down, up, 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 down? Like, that's not fun. I'd rather just be like, okay, I can see the straight fly, I need to do the straight fly. I like that better.
Sorry. Hello? Of Ambrosia? Of Ambrosia. Yeah, what's that? Okay, give me a second. I'm looking this up right now.
Are you supposed to know where to go? Okay, chill.
It cannot be that hard. Let's take a peek under the curtain to see what the layout actually looks like. Okay, now usually this level of gameplay is probably about hard or maybe insane demon level, but it's difficult to judge a skeleton when it's covered by all that flesh and blood. In other words, it's much harder than you think when a level is completely invisible. So, yeah, we're gonna put that right back.
I just don't understand, like, how do you go about learning a level where everything is invisible? I just don't get it. Does it just make sense one day if you play enough? Like, I guess it's one of those things. Like, see, here, it's hard, but you can see the spikes. Like, you play it enough and you get the visual cues and you learn it. How do you learn a level? Like, imagine if all these spikes were invisible. Nobody would ever learn this part. Nobody would be this level. But they would, though. That's the thing about Geometry players. They're insane. They would do it. I just don't get it, bro. Oh, now he's going to talk about the length of levels. That takes a big play into the difficulty for sure. I need to beat this level. No, what?
No! Agony. Looping all the way back to the start.
Nerve control, yeah.
Anger in knowing that you had that, and yet the only person you could blame is yourself. You died at the end of a level because you couldn't manage your nerves. Who knows how long it'll take for you to get back to that point again. Now you have to learn nerve control. There's many levels that exploit this particular skill, but it's most commonly seen in long levels. And if it's an extreme demon you're playing, it makes it even harder to control your nerves near the end of the level. The Geometry Dash community, specifically content creators, have actually used this factor as a way to create more immersion and entertainment in their content. By buying a heart rate sensor or something else that could record heart rate and setting it up on your recording software, you can see in real time when the player locks in and needs to control their nerves. The highest recorded heart rate in the Geometry Dash community at the time I'm saying this is 229 beats per minute, which, you know, I had my suspicions. It's actually not healthy at all. Even during exercise, it's well over what's considered dangerous. Without proper nerve control, high heart rate like this can actually put your life at risk, and more importantly, it makes levels harder and can ruin a deep run. Geometry Dash levels are most commonly long length, which is anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes long. But anything past 2 minutes is an XL level.
Dude, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Like, all of of the gameplay individually can be like really easy, as soon as it's XL, it's automatically harder because to get through all that gameplay, you can't even mess up one little time. It's just so bad. Like, you know, Bloodbath, Phobos, Yatagarasu, all long levels. I struggled on them because they're so long and it just makes you nervous. Like when a level's 1 minute long, it's like, okay, it's just a minute. I can lock in for a minute. But when you get to lock in for 3 minutes, boom, 10 times harder automatically. Give you the same level of gameplay, like same like difficult of gameplay, but the length has such a big play into how difficult it is to beat a level, bro. Bloodbath is not XL. Well, it's kind of close to XL though. I think it's a minute 50.
It becomes a little more important. Light Trouble is one of these levels. Considered a true test of endurance and nerve control, this yellow level is 9 minutes of gameplay, with choke points, with the last part being some really, really tight wave gameplay.
Oh boy.
You want something harder? Here's one, which is just named Death. It's 9.5 minutes long. The most egregious of examples is Eon. This level is around the 800th hardest in the game at the time I'm saying this. Now, knowing that, I want you to guess how long this level is.
All these are wrong, all of them.
Whoa, you're right on the money. It's 55 minutes long. That's only 1% of progress every 33 seconds.
Real quick, it's me editing this. I know 33 seconds doesn't sound like a long time, but keep in mind, most of your attention spans are less than 30 seconds. Come on, like when's the last time you sat through a full-length ad, okay? Like while you were brushing your teeth, maybe you set your phone down to stand up to wipe your ass. That doesn't count. Imagine sitting through 110 ads.
I'm glad he's putting Fortnite clips here. Now my attention span is reeled in.
Speaking of ads, half of you probably just got an ad right now because I placed one right here. Or I'm gonna place one right here. I'm not done editing this yet, but yeah.
I have YouTube Premium. Joke's on you, Mr. Lightbrin64. Hey, maybe there'll be an ad in my video. Wait, let me be quiet for a second. Okay, did you just watch an ad in my reaction? You might have.
Yeah, 30 seconds is a long time.
Sure, the gameplay is like boring and easy, but it spikes in difficulty during the last 12%, and most of the challenge is in the length itself. There's harder super long levels in the game, but don't worry, we'll get to those later, so calm down. But this is why nerve control is such an important factor in a level's difficulty. Imagine spending thousands of attempts on a single level, listening to the same song over and over, putting in hours and hours trying to beat it. You finally get past that one extremely hard part in the level, and you physically start feeling your heart pounding in your chest.
Dude, this editing is so good.
You know that it could take days, even weeks to get another shot at this. The sweat forming between your hand and a single button is causing you to lose grip. You can suddenly feel the clothes resting on your body, the placement of your other hand on your desk, and
dude, this is actually so accurate to how it feels when you're nervous in Geometry Dash. This is crazy. Every time I start getting nervous, I suddenly feel like the worst itch ever, like on my head, and I'm like, I need to itch it so bad. I need to itch it so bad, but I can't. I need to lock in. I'm the master of my own destiny. I'm not gonna let an itch kill me. And then I get distracted thinking about the itch, and I die, and then I itch it. See, it just happened right now. It just happened right now. It's my head.
The more you think about these things, the more focus you lose. It's getting harder to see the things on your screen properly, and you notice the delay between your clicks, and...
No! What? No!
Zobacz, co potrafi. Polska wtyczka do Chromanet Pocket. Na przykład chcę kupić taki odkurzacz. Wtyczka w kilka sekund znajduje...
Wtyczka w kilka sekund znajduje gówno. Wtyczka w kilka sekund znajduje gówno.
Tyczka w kilka sekund znajduje klipko.
O matko. Nie mogę. Wyczka w kilka sekund znajduję jak gówno. Ja nie mogę.
Now we're back.
Agony. Looping all the way back to the start.
Whoa!
We're going to start ramping it up here.
Alright.
The one thing you could expect from a Geometry Dash level is consistency. The same gameplay every run. It's how you practice. But there are some levels where that's not the case. Random elements are by far one of the most difficult factors in a level. It takes the linear element of Geometry Dash, the start and the end, and adds a whole other layer of complication to it. Instead of learning a singular path, you have to prepare yourself for all of the possibilities. RDL actually has a collection of categorized packs of levels that have random elements in them, scaling based on difficulty.
Oh my gosh, Cycles X should get added to Randomizer Pack 5 because the whole middle ship is randomized. Ooh, are we gonna get in a demon pack when it gets placed?
Elements in them, scaling based on difficulty. Dark Odyssey is an extremely lowest difficulty randomizer pack with one random segment. This. Right here during this wave, you have to look down here mid-gameplay and read it.
Okay, this part's actually really cool. I like this one, it's very manageable. It's like a nice introduction.
It's 3 arrows, and then punch in the code a little later to pass. Now this is a very small instance of randomness in a level that I felt was worth mentioning. But what if it's more than just this small section? Here comes Fog.
Whoa!
An already difficult extreme demon with low visibility,
Bro, King Samelot beat this level. The ending is crazy.
Good gameplay and super precise inputs. This level is stupid hard, constantly switching between the hardest game modes with really tight choke points. At 90%, right at the peak of your nerves, 1 of 5 random symbols will flash on your screen, each one corresponding to their own unique, completely invisible path that you have to take. What most people do is they try to learn it.
Oh, wait, that's actually not as bad as I thought. Oh wait, that makes a lot more sense. I thought that these white blocks right here were completely randomized, like each individual one every attempt. I didn't realize that there was 5 presets. That's actually not as bad as I thought. Because when King Samelot beat this, I was like, bro, how did he get it first try? Did he beat this in one try? Bro, it's because there's only 5 possibilities. Oh, that makes so much more sense. Huh.
The completely invisible path that you have to take.
Still crazy.
What most people do is they try to learn it on the spot by reading the pattern here by just pausing the game.
Yeah, I think I get it now.
Oh wait, my face cam's completely blocking you. My bad, King Samelot.
But okay, if Fog is in Randomizer Pack 4, what could possibly be harder than that?
Marathon, right?
The Art of the Blade.
No, this level's crazy.
This is where it starts to get a little ridiculous. While you play...
Dude, this video is so good. He's giving attention to levels that, like, yeah, I'm subscribing to him. Subscribe to Lightburn64, bro. Go give him love for this amazing video. Because, like, this guy's giving, like, a lot of attention to, like, not, like, just famous levels. Like, Art of the Blade is not that popular, so it's cool to see this in, like, a video like this.
In this already hard memory demon, even harder than Fog, you have to pay very close attention to 3 different pieces of decoration within the level. The 3 elements are the color of this shrine gate, the color of this tiny square that's barely even on the screen, and the color of this arrow. Each element has 4 possible colors, giving you a total of 64 different combinations. Okay, why do you need to know this? Well, at 63%, right as we get the last element that we need, you're faced with 16 columns of dark spots, and each of the 64 combinations is a code that you have to input by touching.
Dude, that is so cooked, bro. Who even, like, I just don't understand how somebody beats a level like this. Like, I've never beaten anything like this. How do you look at 3 different colors of objects, combine all 4 possibilities, and then, like, input it like this? Yeah, wait, there's no way. That's insane. That's insane. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Because it's not even in order either. It's like arrow here, arrow there, arrow. You cannot be serious, bro. There's no way.
Specific spots. Mind you, you have to spam as hard as you can as to not hit the wrong spot. So what people usually resort to doing is recording their gameplay, looking at all of the different elements, taking each element and putting them into a custom program until you get a code.
Bro, somebody made a whole program just for beating this level. That's kind of awesome, actually.
Then resume the game trying to input the correct code. And that's the easiest of the 3 in this randomizer pack.
Easiest of 3?
Coalescence is a top 100 level. The entire thing is 4 times speed, forcing you to play some of the
I hate 4 times speed levels. I'm so bad at fast levels. I'm a slow guy. I like 0.5 1 time speed, maybe 2 times speed. Triple and 4 times speed, not my forte, bro. I just don't like it. It's just so fast. You can't I don't know. I just don't like it, okay?
This gameplay at speeds that you can't even really process. However, the ending is very similar to Fog, except instead of 1 pattern that's played out, you are randomly shown 5 of 9 possible symbols, as well as their gameplay. Mind you, to get to this point, you have to play top 100 worthy gameplay while paying attention to these patterns. Then, when you hit this dash orb, the level shuffles these patterns and does not show you the gameplay for each pattern. And you're on a dash orb. You can't pause and unpause the level like you can in Fog, or it kicks you off the orb and you die.
You can't pause? What?
Now, there's only a handful of people in the world that can actually play this gameplay at the end, but to memorize a code while doing it, Amplitron, the creator and verifier of this level, practiced for the ending by creating a custom program to learn each of the patterns.
Dude, I just don't have the brain capabilities for ever beating a level like this. I'd rather beat Thinking Space 2 than have to do this, bro.
While this level is within some of the hardest ever in the game, there are 2 more extremely noteworthy levels that have random elements in them that I'm going to talk about here very shortly.
Oh shoot, Booba Wamba, how can I forget?
That are somehow even harder than this. These levels have much more significant elements of randomness in them, but they're on a whole different tier of difficulty that we'll get into right now. First, some terminology. What is a frame perfect?
Dude, this guy's editing is so good. Bro, I feel like if I was trying to put one of my friends onto Geometry Dash, I'd be like, okay, watch this video, it'll explain everything you need to know. Bro, I'm not
Yay.
I'm not gonna lie, 2026 GD Awards has gotta be a freaking nominee. But yeah, this is a really good video, bro. This is a good video.
Geometry Dash's engine checks for a collision 240 times a second. This is the game's TPS, or ticks per second.
Hey, so I spent the last 3 days editing and making visuals for this upcoming explanation on what exactly a frame perfect is. And it's cool, it's 2 minutes of really high quality footage. It's 2 minutes! It's a lot of work. And right as I was getting more background footage, I thought to myself this doesn't match up with my script. So I plugged the entire thing into ChatGPT and it turns out it's just wrong. And the ChatGPT wasn't holding back. It was beating my ass like a drum. Really kicking me while I'm down. Rubbing it in. Big. You see all this effort, all this beautiful work, these beautiful visual trash. I'm pissed, but I can't really blame anyone other than myself. I used 2 sources of information. I used a Reddit post and a YouTube video. And the YouTube video, it turns out the YouTube video, I didn't realize, it's 5 years old and it's outdated. And the Reddit post is just wrong. This dude's just wrong. And I'm pissed. So just know, a really brief explanation to what a frame perfect actually is. The game checks for collisions and inputs at 240 times.
I'm actually so upset right now. I would love to see the high quality editing. But wait, how do we even know ChatGPT is correct? ChatGPT just be lying sometimes. Do we trust a random Reddit comment or ChatGPT? There's similar levels of reliability, to be honest.
If you click, you jump on the next tick. There's a setting that lets you click between ticks. It's called CBF, but it's only really used by the super duper good players and a super duper hard levels. Now, a true frame perfect is a 1 tick window, essentially. Now, the reason I confused myself is because the Geometry Dash community uses a mix of old terminology and new terminology to, explain timings, which I think is stupid. So just know when you hear a 60 FPS frame perfect, it's this long. Yeah, the flash on your screen, it's this long. That's it, about 16 milliseconds.
Dude, that's pretty nuts, because I think my level Cycles Xcos Verified has quite a few of these, so that's pretty wild to think about. That's not a lot of time.
120 is 2 ticks, so 8.3. 240 is 1 tick, so 4 milliseconds, and any other smaller timing than that requires this setting. And mind you, a hummingbird flaps its wings 50 to 80 times a second, where every flap of a wing takes about 12 to 20 milliseconds. That's 3 times the window of timing you have to click a 240 frame perfect. Think about that for a second. That's how fast these players are clicking.
Editing's hard. Please subscribe.
Yes, please do subscribe to LightPrince64. I already personally dropped him a subscribe.
If you're confused, don't worry. It's a really hard concept to explain properly, so my bad. But just know, when talking in terms of timing, this is some of the absolute smallest, and they can be used to understand how precise you have to be in a level. Earlier in this video, I said that the skill gap between AQ and the hardest extreme demons is bigger than the stereo madness to AQ gap. It's because of frame perfects. You probably won't be able to find a single frame perfect click in any of these levels on the bottom half of RDL. That's how hard it gets. Now, with that being said, let's finally move on to some of the hardest levels in Geometry Dash.
Stereo Extremist, Time Extreme, welcome to GD News and Cycles X, and hello Fitzgerald, all of the greatest, hardest levels. That's what we're all talking about in this video. Right guys? Looking forward to it.
Up to this point, we've discussed various difficult levels with their own gimmicks, whether it be memory-based, fast-paced gameplay, or there's many aspects to a Geometry Dash level that make it
Get
fun.
out.
However, there are
Fishy broski. Dobra. Dobra, no to co? Na razie wyjdziemy. Oj. Upsi dupsi. Pulpit stream. Oj. Jest! W końcu znalazłem ten level. On jest chyba fajny. Fin, 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 fin. Oh hell nah! I hate this type of clicks.
Coca-Cola Light, Coca-Cola Normal.
What? Jej, robot. Hell no, this level is hard. Archeon. To jest free FPS, by the way. To jest free frames perfect. Free frame perfect. No. Takie to jest trudne. Just kidding, bro. Ale nie no, serio. Serio, to jest free. Ja to jeszcze będę weryfikować. Ja wiem, że to będzie miało tyle nerwów. Dobra. Co to ma być? Free Atran! Dobra. Dobra, bo my mieliśmy tutaj grać w Baba i Siu, a nie kurde geometry dasz. Nie to! Co jest? Dobra. Baba i Siu. Ha ha ha! Gdzie dostaliśmy? What? No. Dobra, fragility. Baba is weak? Snake. Dobra, to jest łatwe. No. Dobra, 2. Tunnel Vision. Dobra, Heheisio. Baba has rock? Water is sing. What the fish is going on? trabajas? O Jezu. What does the has text do in Baba ish you? Aha. Dobra. Czyli easy. To jeszcze raz wejdź. Nie można. Dobra. 3. A present for you. Loves you. Water is hot, love is melt. No to co? Box is you. Water isn't hot, love isn't melt. So now if we do this, Mamma mia! Like what? Oh. Shit. Here we go, hey. I want, eat, eat. Już wiem co zrobić, ale po prostu chcę tak zrobić. Baba is box. Albo baba is baba. Pupa. Ha, 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 ha. No. Key has box. Is this the real life or is this fantasy? Oh. Is this the real life or is this fantasy? Is this the real life or is this fantasy? Wait, Baba has box and whip. Nie? Zmieści się. Co? Nie można tak, nie można. Nobody's Weekend has box. Nie, nawet się nie zmieści. Nawet się nie zmieści, no. No ale jak to zrobić Baba i Sweet? It's impossible! Nie da się. Niestety. Żeby przesunąć to do góry, to można tak, ale potem trzeba mieć dwie osoby, żeby przesunąć Baba i Yu do góry. A tak się nie da. Niestety. No ty zawsze za dwóch, kurde. Key is box. Dupa. Key is box. Key is weak. A nazwa levela to But Where's the Key? Box has key. Czy to coś mi da? No nie. Fasiante. Fasiante. Meow 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 meow. This week and ale musi być Baba is You, bo inaczej zginę, patrz, widzisz? A na przykład Baba... Czekaj, jak to było? Baba is Weak? Albo że chodzi ci o to? Nie myślę, że and has może być tak być. Baba is Weak, has box. What? No. Fasiante. Z takim zakręcie w kształcie L. Bo nie może być box has baba, bo wtedy by box miał baba. Można baba is weak albo baba has box. Ale musi być baba is weak i baba has box. Bo inaczej tak się nie da. Nie? Patrz. Ale wtedy teraz nie skina, nie? A jak będzie baba is weak, to... No to wtedy... Nie znam się na grze. GD Twitch clips from the last 7 days that lift your spirits. Baba has you. A najlepiej to by było jak Baba Husky. Key is open, door is shut and stop, plug is win, wall is stop, baba is baba. Bo baba nie może być czymś innym. Więc to też jest jakby taki gówno. Open, door is shut and stop, plug is win. Albo że key to key. No. Albo może Keys weak. Keys weak. Co to ma mi dać? Nie mam key. Nie mam key. Oj. No, nie da się. Nie wiem, XD. Wow, ja też wiem. Box is weak. Nie wiem, co to mamy dać do czasem. Mamy end. Ale czy co to coś daje? No. Możemy też zrobić coś takiego. Rollins 5, chyba to jest deki. Nie. Litera H. Can you give me a hint? Ale tej AI jest obszczane. If you set up Baba has box and make Baba weak. Nie można tak. Nie wiem, to jest jakieś niemożliwe.
Możliwe.
Wszystko jest możliwe.
No wszystko jest możliwe. Nie ma tu boksów.
Właśnie myślę.
Ale baba może być boksem.
Nie może być boksem. Baba jest baba.
Mhm. Klucza nie ma. Boksa nie ma. Jakby boks byłby klucz, to nic by się nie stało.
Wiesz, o co chodzi z has? Jak na przykład baba has box i ja się zniszczę, to wtedy wypada ze mnie box. Ale muszę być weak, a nie można baba has box i baba is weak w tym samym czasie.
No to zrób tak, że ty jesteś babą, ale zrób też tak, że ty jesteś boksem. Jak zginiesz, to wtedy stajesz się boksem. To jest jedyne, co ja wymyślę na chwilę obecną.
Nie można baba is box. Czy tam, a ty mówiłeś has czy is?
Chodzi o to, że ty dalej jesteś babą, więc jeśli staniesz się boksem, to nic nie zmieni.
No tak.
No właśnie, dopiero wtedy jak zginiesz, to wtedy staniesz się boksem. Bo baba nie istnieje. I tylko ty jesteś boksem.
Tylko, że nie można się zniszczyć i has box w tym samym czasie.
No to weź you is box.
You is box, tak.
Ale ty musisz
Tak
mieć
nie można.
skrzynkę.
Ale to i tak
No
you
to weź baba is you has box.
Nie można you.
Baba has box. I teraz robisz box is you.
Tylko mówię, to raczej nie zadziała box is you.
Albo you is box. Jak tobie.
Nie, to chyba raczej nie zadziała.
He?
Box is you, ale boxa nie ma.
Ale jak nie ma? Baba has box. Weź z powrotem.
No.
No i wejdź w te drzwi.
Key is open. Muszę mieć key, żeby otworzyć.
Nie możesz baba has key.
No.
No i przejdź przez drzwi.
No to chodzi o to, że jak się zniszczę, to wtedy się pojawi klucz i ten klucz może otworzyć drzwi.
No to box is you, to mamy to. Ale mamy też and. To zrób tak, że grunt w tym. Masz siebie zniszczyć, stajesz się boksem i otrzymujesz klucz.
Można box
Bo
is
masz
key.
and. Bo masz and.
No tak.
Użyj te and. Baba has key and is box.
Nie można and is. Zresztą tu się nie zmieści. Mój kolega też tak pisał.
Baba has key, czyli po śmierci dostajesz klucz.
Tak.
I stajesz się też boksem. Teraz tylko musisz...
Jak mam się
zabić.
stać boksem?
No, box is you.
Nie. Jeżeli na mapie jest boks, to wtedy możesz się nim poruszać.
No tak, ale
No
jak
tak.
zginiesz, musisz się stanąć boksem.
No to
To
wtedy
co,
musi
musisz-
być Baba Has Box.
No to weź Baba Has Box.
I wtedy by było Box Has Key, tylko że nie ma kolejnego Has.
Weź od nowa. A co to znaczy box is weak?
Box is weak to znaczy, że jak jest box na mapie i wejdzie w to, czy
Cokolwiek.
cokolwiek bardziej, no to wtedy się zniszczy.
I nie niszczy ściany czy coś.
Nie niszczy.
Czyli po prostu bezużyteczne.
I to też jest box husky.
Jedyne moje wskazówkę, które ewentualnie mogę dać ci, to jest to, że musisz zrobić tak, że musisz koniecznie zginąć. Ty
No,
musisz
tak.
zginąć, stać się czymś innym, czyli może i boksem, może i kluczem. I ten boks albo klucz musi być
Tobą.
key. Znaczy, Boże, nie, źle. Ty musisz zginąć i stać się boksem, razem z tym dostajesz klucz. Box has key, na 100%.
No, ale jeżeli się
I
zniszczy,
ty
i
musisz
będzie
stać
boksem.
się boksem też.
No tak, ale tak za bardzo się nie da.
Ale chodzi o to, że ty masz rozwiązanie już.
Nie ma
Ty-
rozwiązania.
Nikolas, masz rozwiązanie, tylko że
No to
ty
zrób
musisz...
to.
Ja nie mówię, że ja wiem dokładnie jak to ułożyć. Ja mówię, że ja wiem co musi się stać. Ty sam to musisz ułożyć.
Ale mówię,
Rozwiązanie do tego jest takie, że ty musisz zginąć i stać się boksem, który też ma klucz. To jest rozwiązanie do tego. Pytanie jest, jak ty masz to ułożyć.
weź ten kij z tej podłogi, no. I was looking for a job and then I found a job. I was looking for a job and then I found a job. Znaczy mówię, są te podpowiedzi jeszcze. Ale czy to coś da? You have words like has, weak, box and key available. Remember how the has mechanic works. If an object has something to get a key, something needs to has key and then break. Since there are no boxes or keys on the map to begin with, you have to temporarily become the box yourself. If you set up Baba Has Box and make Baba is weak. Baba weak, running into a wall, will destroy Baba and leave a box behind. Where is the key now that you are a box? Nie można! Nie można być boksem! Bo Baba Has Box. Nie można. You is weak. Czy tak można? Nie można. Więc ja nie rozumiem. Co te AI od kupsztalstwa? Jakby to kurde... Bo pa, bo to mówi, to get a key, something needs to has key and then break. Since there is one box or key on the map to begin with, you have to temporarily become the box yourself. Nie da się. If you set a Baba has box and make Baba weak. But what if I can't make Baba weak and Baba has box at the same time? Najpierw zdefiniuj zawartość. Zdanie Baba has box. W tym momencie Baba nie musi być słaba. Weak. Po prostu gra już wie, że wewnątrz Baby ukryte jest pudełko. Teraz przygotuj transformację. Przesuń tekst tak, aby ułożyć box is you. Nadal sterujesz Babą, ponieważ zasada Baba is you. Czas na zniszczenie. Dopiero teraz, gdy powyższe jest gotowe. Poczekaj, Baba has box. Tak. Dobra. Baba has box. Box is you, nie? Box is you. Dobra, no i co teraz? Czas na zniszczenie. Dobra, teraz gdy powyższe jest gotowe, zdemontuj zdanie Baba has box i użyj słowa weak, aby ułożyć Baba is weak. What? Dopiero teraz, gdy powyższe jest gotowe, zdemontuj zdanie Baba has box. Dobra. Ale tu nie ma trzeciego is. Od razu pójdź w ścianę. Tylko, że nie ma. Nie można. Gdy tylko Baba stanie się weak, wykonaj ruch w stronę ściany. Baba zginie, ale ponieważ wcześniej miała w sobie pudełko... Ja cię kręcę. Może też tak być, ale... To totalnie chyba nic nie da właśnie. Poczekaj. Box is you. O Jezu. Widzę coś. Jest! Mam! A, Boxisiu, musi być tak. No to teraz tak, box has key. Musi tak być. Box is weak. Tylko, że key to nie jesteś ty. Aboneka ambalebo. Box husky, box is you, box is weak. Ty a co jak właśnie zrobię w ten sam sposób to? A nie mam drugiego key. Zrobiłem to, że staję się boksem, ale teraz co innego zrobić. Box has key. Box is weak. Ale key is not you. Pokaż mi to. Przemiana, gdy tylko baba stanie się weak, dokonaj ruch w stronę ściany, baba... Będziesz... Pudełko jest z tobą bokiem, natychmiast zmienisz się w pudełko i przeżyjesz. Aha. A, dobra.